The first tool we'll look at is called the Change View Perspective tool. And you should find it on your View Controls bar at the top of the screen. Mine, of course, is down the side. It's this tool here. And if we click on that, you'll see it pop up as the View Perspective, Change View Perspective tool. If you can't see that, then right-click that toolbox and turn that tool on. And we simply click on the tool to start it. And nothing happens, and there is nothing in the tool settings window. But what you do is data point in the view and then drag the cursor. I'm going to data point about there. And with the dot on the screen, you simply move the cursor away from the object, and you'll see the effect immediately. No matter which way you do it, you'll see this perspective effect. Even up and down, you'll get an effect. Now, the problem here is that you can go to extremes. So in reality, you want a reasonable looking perspective view. And this tool works quite nicely for small objects like this. So a better way to do this, I'm going to just right click at this point to dismiss the tool. I'm going to do a rotate. And I'm going to just rotate a little bit round like this, a little more subtle sort of a view. And then apply the tool, and we'll see what happens. There. Now that's probably about all you need in terms of perspective. Again, if you go to extremes, it will look extreme, obviously. And subtlety is the key here, particularly for small objects, because they don't display much in the way of perspective. It's large scenes, street scenes, houses, interiors that do display a reasonable amount of perspective. So I'm data pointing to set that in place, and you can experiment with that on your own. But then how do you turn off perspective? Well, we start the tool again, and we simply data point twice in the view. Anywhere will do. And we return to the previous view without the perspective. And now I can take it back to isometric if I want, and we're back to square one. So give that tool a little practice. We won't be using it very much because we'll be getting onto the camera next, and that gets a little more complicated, but it gives us much more realistic views. However, please practice.